You know,
like non-toxic instant cold pack here.
Non-toxic instant cold pack. Yeah. That's our topic. Hi, I'm Sonia, and this is Hannah, otherwise known as Trapper and Huckleberry.
Or Perla Sullivan.
And Sue.
I'm a multitasker, yeah.
You're like, and Perla Sullivan, myself, and only me.
Yeah.
Today we're going to talk about...
serious things.
We're going to talk about serious things, mostly because sometimes the tea is just too fucking hot.
Yeah.
And the kettle is singing. And we gotta just lay down the freaking law.
Yeah.
Wow! That'd be nice if I had like a cat scratch
like an actual
sound there.
whip there.
There's a couple of a couple new sheriffesses in town, and we're laying down.
Yeah.
We're laying down some hot
That's
law
good.
and order.
The tea is so hot, I might get a hot flash. That was disgusting.
No, but that's real. No, sometimes it really. Oh, girl,
it really
that's
do be
real.
like that.
It really do be like that.
Yeah. Sometimes.
So I don't know. My idea was to talk about high school as like a basic topic, but also like.
But like everyone's dealing with high school all the time.
And people just graduated, and I just went to the Champs graduation. Yeah, you kind of deal with the high school.
You said the name in there.
Oh, I know. What was the kid's name in the last one too?
Oh,
we just
like,
mentioned her.
If people ever found out that we were famous or something, they'd definitely know who Jenny was.
It'd be hard. She's just like too iconic.
She really is.
Ugh, I love that hoe.
This video has turned into like kissing Jenny. Kissing Jenny.
Jenny, we love you. Anyway,
kissing Jenny's ass. I love Jenny.
Oh, what a queen. What a queen. But really, I do love Jenny. Glasses.
You actually know why this would be a perfect topic too, though, because it's summer now, and then people might be entering high school.
Oh yeah, for advice.
Going back for the second year of high school.
Girl, I will tell you right now, like, I feel more like myself. I feel more similar after leaving high school to myself when I was like in elementary in terms of like my own personal freedom than when I started high school. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel that much less self-conscious. And I think partly it's because of the school that we went to. Like, at a normal school, I don't, and, you know, people say it like that all the time, but, like, I honestly do think that, like, my friends at our high school are part of the reason because I found such a cool group of people that I genuinely felt really, like, close to. And I was like, these people are not just, like, I'm hanging out with them just because, like, if I'm alone, I'll die. And, like, I need to have a friend because, like it's too scary to navigate a social situation like alone in the world. Wow! But like genuinely we're friends because I genuinely really think this person is amazing. And I did have friends definitely in middle school. Definitely not as many, but ones who I do think are great people, and I still really, you know, are like think they're killing it today. But I wasn't as like content with who I was as a person. Because I was constantly watching myself. It's really hard to be in middle school. It's really hard to do school because it's hard to like be a person and exist in the world. It's so hard to be a person.
It's so hard to exist in the world. That's really, I mean...
It's so hard.
Even for animals in general. It's just like hard to like live in this time and day. In this
Humans
world
do have a particularly weird bag to deal with in terms of like consciousness.
Yeah.
I wonder, I actually don't know if animals are self-conscious. I think about that sort of thing every so often.
I actually do too, because I'm always like, what if like my dogs don't ever feel insecure? Like then they'd be so lucky.
Oh my god, does Miss Gracie ever like... I'm shedding like a lot. I feel like the humans are getting like really irritated with me, and I'm just like feeling like so bald right now. I have like these. She's not. I mean, she's covered in fur, so she's chilling.
Yeah, I get that.
Here.
I get what you're saying. I feel like, well, I mean,
I know your middle school experience was
pretty shitty.
Hey, we have that in common, buddy. I think that girls tend to, on average, and of course this isn't like
not have the best middle school experience.
Yeah, I think middle school. I think more women have a harder time in middle school because I wonder if that has to do with the time that puberty really hits because I know men go through
I was gonna mention that because I feel like that's it's true because like but also I feel like it's hard in middle school in general because at that age everyone's kind of young and we're not fully like
God. When I look at like 11, well, I mean I look at 11-year-olds now and I'm like, what the fuck?
What the fuck's going on?
I was like,
things are changing. I mean, I remember being in middle school and I, like, my brain wasn't fully, like, developed to the point where, like, I just didn't know every wrong thing that I was doing or saying to people. Like, now,
100%.
I mean, of course, I didn't, like, I knew what the difference between being a bully and, like, just being, like, kind of rude sometimes was. No, but I think that it's, like, more, like, when kids are at that age, I mean, I'm not saying that people can't be mean now, like, there are adults that are just so absolutely rude. and like go out of there are people that go out of their way to like purposely make others feel bad, and like there are people that go out of their way to like constantly make others feel bad, which is not fine. That's
it's irrational. I was telling you, it's irrational because it's like, in what world are you directly making your life better? Like, just from a logical standpoint, are you directly making your life better?
Like, does it make you feel better at the second to be mean, or does it, like, kind of, like, because I feel like, I kind of get that in a way. Like, I feel like if I were to do something mean, I'd feel good maybe at that moment, because it'd be like, I'm getting you back for the hurt that you've given me.
And it's important to acknowledge that, because to just be like, is it really making you feel better, is not actually why people do it.
Yeah.
But in terms of, like, long-term, like, improving your life,
yeah.
No, it's completely a short-term. If you feel anything, it's short-term, and then it goes away.
It's like a short-term high, you know?
Yeah, totally.
Like,
it's totally
kind of
short-term.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying I've never been mean to people. I think we all have been mean to people.
Internalized misogyny, who?
Yeah, like, it's definitely, like, I've said really shitty things to people, or, like, maybe acted in, like, a really shitty way and, like, didn't care about it at first. Like, I was just telling you that issue I had when I was driving the other day.
Oh, yeah.
And I, you know, like, and, like, stuff like, we'll be mean to people sometimes, and then, like, and it makes me feel good maybe for a second, especially if I'm getting back at someone who's like really taunted me and just made me so fucking mad.
Yeah, I mean that sort of thing, it's like, that feels a lot deeper, especially when you have a history with someone.
Yeah, like I'll be like mean at first and I'll be like, that made me feel good because you Kaiki deserved it, but then like after, then I'll really think about it and I'm like, do I feel good now, or do I just feel like I was being really immature and it was so unnecessary?
Yeah, do you feel happier with your personal life? Like who you are as a person?
Because I think that the only way a person would always feel good about being mean is if it's just, like, if they're actually, like, you know how, like, there's that saying, like...
You just do it constantly.
Yeah, like, some people... Yeah, like, some people are mean because it's just at the moment, but some people are genuinely driven by the coldness, and I think that, like...
I wonder about that, because I think that has to be, like, is that... I mean, imagine for some people it's a coping mechanism.
Yeah.
And it has to do with, like, the way they were raised. But then with some people...
Or some experience that they've had, like, that really made them just go blank in that, like, emotional area. Yeah,
that's true. Like, traumas can definitely affect people in that way.
For sure.
With sociopaths, who just don't feel empathy, it's like, that sort of, like... They're only driven by what's going to get them what they want.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if getting what you want is functioning regularly in the world and having relationships, then, I mean, not, you know what, people demonize sociopaths a lot, and I get it because it's really scary, the idea of not having empathy. It's really scary.
So scary. I mean, I'm not going to lie, I actually don't know very many people that, like, don't feel empathy for stuff, but I also do know...
Well, as far as we know, but I know what you mean. It's like,
but there are some people that, like...
Statistically, it's 1 in 10, I believe.
Yeah, like, there's not many people out there who are like, I genuinely don't feel anything at all about, like,
someone. And if someone is like that, I don't think they, like, just let people know because of...
Yeah, they definitely kind of,
what a scary thing to say. It's really scary.
Yeah, I don't get how anyone would just be like, oh, by the way, if, like, something happens to you, just know that I won't feel a single thing about that, because that doesn't work for me.
Yeah, I mean, for a lot of people, it's like, well, a lot of sociopaths, I would imagine, it's like, your goals probably are not to alienate people.
Yeah.
Like, for most of them, functioning in the world and getting what they want involves a degree of social interaction, and just telling someone that is totally going to alienate them.
Yeah.
So why would you say that? Just, like, logically...
Yeah, like,
from a logical standpoint, it just doesn't
kind of keep that, like, hidden, or, like, at least, like, just kind of let people find it on their own, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which actually, like, is kind of worse, I feel like, just because it's harder to grasp when you find it out, like, more organically, instead of, like, someone just walking up to you and saying, by the way, I just don't feel anything about anything.
I mean, I've actually never had that happen. It would be wild if that happened.
I've never had that happen either.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had anyone genuinely, like,
it would be kind of hard to have a close relationship with someone, though, if they said that to me, because I'm such a highly empathetic person.
Me too.
And I'm not, well, yeah, I mean, hello, you're a Pisces. Like, girl, obviously. But it seems so foreign to me, just on a basic level of, like, relating to this person. Like, what do I even talk about with you?
No, absolutely.
It's like, I think they're a bad person, just, it's like, what kind of, like, we're just so different. I don't know, maybe I have yet to make a sociopath friend.
I'm not gonna wish that on you, pal. You're too good for it.
Yeah, I know, it's like a real...
It's just, you know, it's like, it's all a little, I feel like a lot of people, one thing, this is kind of off topic of what we were talking about, but I feel like one thing everyone really, I feel like everyone really lacks communication, because I feel like a lot of people will kind of like...
It's easier to assume than actually ask someone in the moment. It's easier to assume, but it causes way more stress.
It also is easier to, like, feel instead of just like, because you could just
Oh,
get really
instead of,
mad
like, really
about
like taking a moment and thinking about it.
Yeah, like someone.
Yeah, you already have that neuron in your brain that just connected A to B. You're like, okay, let's just go with that instead of like having to like do critical thinking.
Exactly.
Like,
Or it's just I feel like communication works
neural
both ways.
pathway, not neuron.
Yeah, like if you're confused about something, just ask. But if there's something that genuinely like, just to get into like the personal stuff, if there's like something that genuinely kind of upsets you, even if you don't know, just say it. Just be like, just
literally
talk
say
to
it.
that person and come off in a nice way and be like, I just want to know, like, is this what's really going on? I'm actually kind of upset about it. And most likely that person will, like, unless they're an asshole, will just kind of be like, I get it,
Yeah,
or like
things
they'll try
really
and
don't
fix
care
it.
about. I think most people, you have to approach it. Yeah, I mean, it's important to approach it. You want to orient them to what you're talking about. You don't just want to come out of the blue.
The way you introduce a problem is very important. Because if you're gonna, like, let's say,
and it's better to not be accusatory and use like, you do this. Just be like, I've noticed that it makes me feel this way, which is very like therapy and like new age to say, but it works. I think
it works.
I've experienced that.
I mean, when I'm upset with someone, the last thing I kind of want to do, I know that if I come off in an aggressive way, first of all, I won't get the answer that I want to hear.
Yeah, exactly. It's just,
I won't get like the validation that I want, and I won't get the I won't get the understanding that I need from them. Instead, I'll probably get anger, which I wouldn't understand because I'm being that way as well, but it would make a lot of sense. Because if, like, let's say you upset me or I upset you and you came across to me and were, same thing like what you said,
hey,
you're like,
bitch.
like I've noticed,
how an angry person talks.
Yeah, that's true. Like if I upset you and you came up to me and we're just like, so like you do this and it really pisses me off and I don't like it about you. I think it's a bad quality.
I gotta be on the defensive. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Hold on, you're not being very fair. Now we're in litigation
Or understanding.
mode.
Yeah. Or like acknowledging what you do. And like that, then I would probably be like, well, I mean, I probably first of all wouldn't even apologize because I'd be like, well, I'd maybe say just shut you up. Like honestly.
Yeah, I'd be like,
okay, fine, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's like someone doesn't. Nobody wants to hear their flaws. You can understand why it's good to hear your flaws and like value critique, but I don't think anyone just likes hearing that. No, they're different things. But so I think for everyone, if you hearing a flaw, but like having it told to you in relation to how it's affecting a person that you value and like how it's affecting your relationship. I mean, that's directly like a cue to action. I don't know if I worded that. That felt a little bit out in the open.
No, I get it though. I think you're right.
Yeah, I mean, if you have a motivation to want to change, it's like it makes me feel this way. It's affecting me this way, and it's also good to say it's affecting me this way because and reveal this because the other person truly may not know. I've definitely had that happen before.
No, yeah, exactly. Like there's a lot of people who will like kind of do things, and it will be kind of. It happens to all of us. Like we're not really aware of like sometimes when we're hurting other people.
People every moment of every second we're building new experiences and building more memories, and we're all like so unique in that way. So we all have way different perceptions of the world. We may find commonalities, but there's like a lot of weird things that people have in their own minds that are unique. Yeah. So there's so many opportunities for misunderstandings to happen at any given time. So why wouldn't you check in? It just makes sense.
I think like the worst damage anyone could have in a friendship is like a misunderstanding. Like that's like really I've actually read a couple quotes on that. When it's like the most damaging thing that can happen to like a friendship is a misunderstanding because like it's
I think for most relationships, I mean
in general.
Yeah, in general, not just friendships, but I mean friendships definitely. That is a good example.
You're right though, in general, because that can happen even with like a family member, like a significant other, or it's hard because I feel like a lot of times I'm always someone who's like, even though maybe I don't really want to talk to a specific person.
I'm so not confrontational. I go out of my way, like even for little things. I like won't email someone back because I'll just be like, ugh. It's like I've already waited so long to like respond, and then it's like embarrassing to like have to respond. Oh my god. People are a lot of times not ever as cool as you think they are. When you are at the outside looking in, or when you think you're on the outside looking in, it's always going to look like everybody's best friends, everybody's so close, and everybody's in on jokes that you don't understand. And that's not usually at all the case, especially at the beginning of high school. Nobody knows what they're doing.
I didn't get anything.
I mean, there's so many. I know. Oh, well, I feel like that too.
Yeah.
And you actually thought that I was like...
We were actually just talking about...
Yeah, we were just talking about this.
We should kind of talk about that for a second, the way we met. Actually, when we were in ninth grade, we both had the same dance class.
Yes.
Which, you know, I used to see...
I felt a little... You were not at all how I thought you would turn out.
I
how you are actually. You turned out to be not at all what I thought. Because you went to...
Yeah.
Well, it's so funny. You're like so much weirder and like funnier than I ever like would have imagined. And,
No,
like,
I get that.
Constantly like,
You know,
like astound me every day with your like beauty and essence.
I could just say the same thing about you. I love
right?
you.
I love you.
Oh,
Do you want to tell? I'm sorry. I like hijacked. You were
Yeah.
Gemini's hijacking conversations. Who knew? You were telling about when we first met in ninth grade in dance class.
Yes. When we were in, well, we both had the same dance class, and I actually didn't like dance class at the time. Like now,
really?
I love dance.
Girl,
like
PE who? Oh.
No, yeah, but I
I know what you mean. I was so embarrassed about dancing too.
In ninth grade, I was. Now, when we got older, we ended up taking dance. Like we both, I consider we can do dance things. I mean.
Yeah, I mean it's hard. Like
it's hard.
Real dancers, like real like ones who like go on auditions, go out and go.
Or even like we're actually in the dance academy of our school, but.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Although I don't know, sometimes I feel like I can follow choreography. There's a certain level, like the thing about champs is you have to choose dance, music, or theater.
Yeah.
And like a lot of people can do a bit of maybe all three, maybe are good at two of them.
Yeah.
I'd like to think I would have done fine in theater.
Yeah.
But music ultimately was the place to be.
Same here. Like, well, like when I first, the thing is, I was having a really hard time in ninth grade because I just didn't really. I feel like at the time I wasn't really ready to go into high school, especially because I had had such like a horrible middle school experience, so I kind of felt like the whole world was like against me. And I went into high school. But like I went into high school with that mentality, and I had like this really like I had this idea that I kind of needed to protect myself from every single person and every single thing, which is probably why I didn't have like much friends in ninth grade, and I also didn't choose the best friends in ninth grade. And I ended up seeing, for me, and she still is for me, I still think this about her, but I used to think that Sonia was so popular because she's so great. I just saw.
You know what helped though?
Yeah.
A lot of people I've had like tell me after the fact, a lot of people, well, I'm using like all the school names, but so many people from Milliken went to Champs.
Yeah.
I went through like a really awkward period, like my whole period at Milliken.
Yeah.
But because we were at a new school, people were like, hey, I kind of know you. So I started off on a better social footing.
Yeah, because like
you had
familiar faces.
I went through that awkward, supreme awkwardness already of not knowing anyone.
No, yeah, like when I went into this high school, there was like only maybe one or two kids that went from my middle school, and I wasn't even friends with them in middle school. So like going into high school,
that's a lot weirder. I did not have that experience. I knew a lot of people.
So I had to like
and
during the summer, like before I entered ninth grade, I was actually really excited to meet new people. But when I actually got there, I had like a lot of social anxiety, and I was like, I can't really deal with like new people. And I used to like see Sonia and I'd be like, oh, she's just which this is my mentality then, not anymore, but I used to be like, oh, she's so popular, she's probably like really mean and really not nice.
No, but I was the same way. And I wonder if that's internalized misogyny. Or I don't know if it's internalized misogyny so much as just picking up on like teen movies where like
that's kind of what it was, like Deep Charming.
Like coding. Oh my god, Deep Charming.
Deep Charming.
Deep Charming.
Well, that's kind of what I thought. I didn't think that she was like the nicest peach in the pot, like whatever that thing is.
I've had multiple people tell me that.
But that's
also, I used to be a lot more standoffish because I was truly so deeply uncomfortable with myself.
No, I get that though, and I kind of had that idea that she just like, I kind of was like, I'm not even gonna I'm not gonna like get in her way. I'm just kind of like, she's just another girl in my class.
Everyone can just trample all over me. I'll be like, well, probably it's my fault.
That's
so funny that
the same way.
I'm just gonna lie down.
Like people can literally fucking be mean to me, and I'll be there like, I get that I may have done something wrong here. Like even if I was like,
see where you're coming from. Oh my god, literally.
But then one day, I don't really remember actually. I feel like it may have been. I think you came up to me and like.
This is actually what really helped me make friends in high school because I had a better place. I was coming in to
this was second semester though. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I still had to go through like the awkwardness.
Yeah.
Roll. Oh my god, yeah, like all the way. I was like, you know what, Sonia. I think, and I don't do it as much anymore because I don't feel like I need to.
Yeah.
Like plan my conversations as much. But I
kind of do that depending on the person though.
Oh, and I still use it for sure.
Yeah.
It can be really helpful. People, like, if you can find a compliment, like something nice to say about someone, like people just like to hear that, and it's like.
You know, actually, I don't think it was a compliment that started our friendship. I actually think I'm
really?
starting to remember what it was.
Like I said something like, "Oh, I really like your socks."
Yeah, you did. You said that, but I think you said it after, because I think what actually I think you said
remember.
No, I actually think you might be right, but I think what really started our conversation was the thing about us is we like didn't talk to each other, but we didn't have like I didn't get bad energies from you.
That's
like you were just someone who I was like, oh, I would like to talk to her, but she just seems too
I have so
cool.
many people like that. Oh my god, no, I had so many people.
But it's
like
like
that
I didn't have any like issue with you. I didn't not like. There were people that I just, which is me being cunty, but like that I will see that I just don't like, or I kind of choose not to like. Like, you know what I mean?
I think I used to do that more too. But now I'm just like.
But I think mostly because I thought that that's how people saw me, and that's why I would do it. Yeah, like I would kind of do it to other people. But like I didn't feel that way about you. Like I kind of just didn't know you, so I was like, I just don't know her. Like I really just don't have any opinion on her. No, I wouldn't either. Except for the fact that I just wanted to like talk to you, and I think what happened was in our dance class, our dance teacher was asking us to do something really, really freaking difficult, and I just remember kind of being that one kid who was like I just really
that's so
like I just really didn't want to. You've seen me, like I just like when I want to do something, I'll be like,
I know you're just like full excess.
I'll just kind of I'll like full on give it like, and I just remember like going like you remember when she used to do those like lineups, like one line here, one line there, one line there.
Oh my god, doing across the floors.
Yes, that's what it was. It was
traumatizing. I want people to see how bad I am.
Exactly, because it was so like on the spot, and I always hated those. Like I like the more group things.
Oh, totally.
And we had to do that. No, yeah, and I was going in the back, and I think that like you were, and then I was gonna go in your line actually. And I was gonna go behind you because I was just like, I want to go last. Like I hate this.
Yeah, I know.
Actually, no. Then I realized that it was better to go.
Actually see you.
Yeah, it's better to go first. Actually, or in like right the second one.
Yeah, second or third is
second or third is good.
Once you're kind of in the flow, then people are not looking at you as much. It's nice.
No, yeah, and like I kind of.
Another thing, people are never looking at you as much as you think they are. People are. Spending so much more time thinking about themselves.
Thinking about how other people are looking at them, like really.
Literally, like the amount of time we spend doing that.
Well, actually, I think that's what was going on. I think we were doing. I remember being across the floor. We were doing that, and I remember like just kind of making this face, and I kind of like made this grunt sound because I was like, ugh. Like I just really didn't want to have to do it, and I remember Sonia kind of like. I remember this so clearly. You turned around and you go, yeah, exactly. That's what you said to me.
Really? Oh my god!
You went, yeah. Exactly, same.
I was like, hello.
Yeah, you said same here. And I just remember looking at you and I go, really? And then that's when you're like, by the way, I like your socks. I was wearing like raccoon socks.
Oh my god. And I like your socks today. I literally saw today. Dragonflies. They're so cute.
Literally, the socks were just, we're a fan of socks.
Oh, girl.
And I remember you specifically calling me, you're like, yeah, I like your socks. And then I was like, but you said it in this really goofy way because I even remember you going, yeah, you did that. You get that too. You went, I like your socks. And I just remember, like, inside my head, I was like, my heart just bursted. I finally met, like, my friend. Because I knew from that moment we were just gonna be friends.
Oh my god, literally.
And then I remember kind of being like, oh, bro, I freaking hate this class. And you go, like, I'm so freaking tired of being here right now. And we were going off, like, just on and on, like, talking about how tired we were to be in that class. Because it was so, especially like, on Mondays.
Oh my god, yeah.
Remember how sucky those were?
Well, I was also training for black belt at the time, so they weren't as bad for me. But I like.
Oh, bitch! I don't think I ever completed. I never got to like.
When I was younger, I've always been really bad at running, and that's what kept me from getting my black belt for so long because the running requirement was just so hard. So like elementary, I didn't really run that much in middle school. We did a little bit, I think, but like we did a lot of like pacers. But in elementary school, I was like always bad at it. But right around then, I was like finally getting better. So, but I was like but like I also like completely understand why running sucks and why it's so hard. Once you get good at it, girl, that took me years.
Yeah.
But once you get good at it, like it's such a nice feeling, but it is fucking hard.
Yes, exactly.
And it takes a lot of work. And honestly, there's so many other things to do. I did it because I wanted my fucking black belt.
No, exactly. And I get that. Like I would do it only if I had to like genuinely achieve something.
I would have never done it otherwise.
Yeah, totally, but like I remember us talking about that, and then I don't know, we started making like, you know how like even now we kind of have our little pot shots that we'll say in front of other people, and they'll kind of be like,
oh yeah, like little like turns of face.
Like because so like I have no idea what's going on, but like when I say it, you understand even without me, and then when you say it, I understand.
Yeah,
See?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
No, but we would like say little you remember we had this thing where we would like make really weird names and just kind of go off them.
I feel like that's totally you.
And mice.
Mice on my rice.
Yeah, mice.
That was totally just sitting next to each other in choir though.
Even like
completely.
David Archuleta.
Oh my god! That was so funny.
See, like no one else thought that was funny but you
Which
and
I don't understand because like who talks about David Archuleta? Like that's what's so funny. It's such a niche reference.
But see, that's actually the thing too, because I remember saying.
Oh, we just looked at each other. It was so girl.
No, but no, and that's
girl.
when we were talking in dance class, like that first day we met each other. I remember that's the day I asked you. I was like, because I knew that you were in my music class. I definitely seen you, but I just wanted to I didn't want to be weird. So I remember specifically going like, "You're in music academy, right?" Like
I remember thinking to
period.
myself, I was like, she knows, right?
Yeah, and like she knows that we have another class together, like probably after dance.
Yeah, I remember thinking like, I think she knows. Yeah, like literally after
It was
dance.
like literally after. So we would talk about that, and then at the end we changed, and then we're like, you want to like go to class together?
Oh my god, you know, I like lots of
Yeah.
class.
So then we walked to class, and then ever since then, like it was just like even the days after we were just friends. And then when we hit sophomore year, that was when we were like really close. Then
We
too.
became like such buddies in sophomore year.
We got close pretty fast because I think you understood my humor and
Oh,
I understood yours.
Like 1,000,000%.
Yeah.
Like I was actually so shook at like how like compatible humor-wise we are.
I know.
Like at a level that I'm not with most people.
Yeah, because I can't say the jokes I would say with you to someone else. Because then, especially like my other
This
friends,
is not the same.
like I try and use those like the same kind of like humor with my other friends, and they'll look at me and they'll be like,
absurd.
yeah, they'll be like, I get it.
You guys, the reality is the world is absurd, and
Yeah.
why not just fucking just have a cup of tea and laugh about it? Like,
Yeah.
it's, why are...
Can we just, the
Everything's
neighbors know what the
just-
joke was? And we need to tell that story really quickly because it was really funny.
So, what our choir teacher would do, stop me if I'm wrong, but this is what I think it is.
I feel like if you say it, I'll remember, but like.
Yeah, that's what I feel like
Yeah.
too. But what I think it is, Miss Rolniak, our
She
choir
would
teacher,
play a song,
she'd play a song, and we would have to like...
guess the artist, guess the name of the song.
Yeah, it was just like a fun little thing,
Yeah.
I don't know, before class. She would
I
do
thought
it.
it was really fun.
Yeah, it was just like a fun little...
It was
she's
like
just
a fun little
like that.
assignment.
She's
She would do it like
she's-
right in the beginning of class.
Yeah, I think.
Because she'd have like these little papers ready, and then we just have
Oh,
to
yeah,
take
like a
them and
warm-up.
like, write them.
Yeah, the warm-up.
That was the warm-up.
We
It
would
was the
do
warm-up.
like a theory, sort of, or like a psych reading or some sort of theory, and then it would be like a
Yeah.
fun question.
And then like on a fun day, it'd be like just that.
Oh yeah, that's true. So
She ended up playing, we don't even remember what the song was, but she played
It
this
wasn't
song.
actually, okay, yeah, she played this song. It was
Yeah.
one of these like kind of 2005 like white boy like acoustic guitar songs.
Yeah, it was kind of like poppy.
Yeah,
And,
poppy.
you know, and we were just kind of like, and I remember you and I definitely, we even wanted to sit next to each other in choir, because we were sitting right next to each other.
Well, sophomore year, I think I sang soprano one.
I
sophomore year.
sang alto
soprano
one, I
two.
sang alto 1 year, sang alto.
Yeah, we were far away from each other, I remember.
But like any given chance. Like on the
Any
days
given
at the warm-up, so
So
we were allowed to sit kind of, because we had those
Oh, yeah,
like
we
individual
had-
chairs at the time,
Yeah,
before
that
she
was
got the
nice.
risers.
Oh,
So-
I definitely remember. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
so we would like sit next to each other there.
Yeah.
And this was when like all the boys were in the class too, because
Oh yeah, because what happened is that
Yeah. We'd switch off. Like we'd all go to like,
either you would be I don't know, I was forgetting, you'd become a vocal major or you would do
or you do like instruments.
instruments, and
Yeah.
not that many boys would become vocal majors.
There was like maybe 5 for like them. But to be
Yeah,
fair,
but
there
over
was way
time,
more
some of
girls
them
in music
switched.
academy.
That's true.
The person
Yeah.
who actually said this switched to vocal major. This is actually what's funny though, is that like we both liked him at that time.
Oh my god, real tea. No, that's such real.
We
Wait, you
actually-
liked him at that time?
We both remember we kind of
Was I getting over it?
we talked about it. Like you were like you really liked him at the time, and I liked him too. And I
Well,
finally
this was
was
a
like,
lost cause for me. Like
it was a lost cause for me too. I literally just remember telling you.
I used to think though that like having a crush on somebody meant like it was kind of a bonding thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like having a crush on somebody kind of solidified that like you're part of a group.
Yeah,
Like
I
it
get that.
made me feel more like a person. So I felt a lot of times like I would have
No, I
to have a
get that.
crush. So sometimes I'd force them, although with him it was more natural because he is like genuinely he would make me laugh a lot.
Oh, I liked him because I thought he was so cute. We got totally off track, but like basically, really quickly, what that story was is that like someone had.
Oh yeah.
You know, Miss Roniak was playing our old vocal teacher. She was playing a song, and we had to guess who sang it. And you know,
This
you and I had written down our own answers, and it.
I don't even remember. It's something
They-
relevant. Like
yeah.
Did Orlando Bloom even have songs?
No,
Or was he an actor?
he was an
I don't
actor.
know, just
No, we didn't even get the answer right, but I remember that he was just
John
wanting to be.
Mayer. Oh yeah. So I was about to say his name. So he goes, David Archuleta.
But the way he's like, no, because he like raised his hand, and Miss Roniak was like, yes, and I just remember him going. He took his little pencil and he goes, this might be a little bit out of reach, and I might not really remember him explaining.
Oh, I remember
he knew his answer was gonna be wrong, so he took so long to explain. No, he goes, and he had
It's
his
just
like,
hammy, but I love
he had
it.
his like legs up, and he goes, I did this maybe like really wrong, and like I totally maybe sell off on this, but like I'm just gonna go off on a limb and say I think it's David Archuleta.
Started laughing so hard. And everybody else was so quiet.
Everyone else literally turned around to look at us. I was like, see, but now everyone else probably like, what the fuck?
No, but you guys, do you remember that episode of iCarly where she like goes on a date with David Archuleta?
What?
Is that iCarly? No, that's Hannah Montana.
Yeah, I was gonna be like, isn't that Hannah
You're
Montana?
like, incorrect. It's Hannah Montana.
Disney Channel, my friend.
I
You're
know
the wrong
God.
channel
No,
right now.
Plain White Tees were on iCarly.
That's right.
They saved there was a TV.
And then
No,
like,
Spencer saved the Plain White Tees. Oh my god, I remember.
and then like fucking Jesse was on Hannah Montana and on fucking iCarly. I mean,
Oh, that's true. Jesse was on iCarly.
was big in both Cyrus and Cosgrove. You're just kidding. He was actually so hot.
Oh my god, he was.
No, but that's actually.
I was Team Jake. That's like a shame.
Oh, I was actually Team Jesse.
Well, because you're correct, and I realized later with the fault of my ways. I was like, she has a history with
Like
Jake.
now it's just like, well, see, that's kind of like what it, like that's kind see, other people didn't find that funny. Like we were, let's be real,
not
even
funny.
Mistroniak looked at us. Like, do you remember when we laughed so hard we'd get in trouble?
Yeah, of course.
We'd always get in trouble in every class we had together because all the teachers, but Miss Roniak was so cool, but I could tell she would definitely get annoyed
Of
when we would like
course.
go off.
Of course.
I know, and I really wish we wouldn't have, because like she's
fully
so great.
respect that woman and love her.
Oh, I
but
love
also
her.
class gave me helped me bond with you
Yeah.
so much. Like those
Her class
moments
brought
were
me
so
the best
wonderful.
relationships I think I have still to this day.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it annoyed her, but also through that,
Thank you.
through her. Thank you, Miss Roniak.
Yeah.
You've given me some of my favorite friendships, and
Yeah.
so I know that probably bothered you.
Well, yeah, no, because see, that's the thing, we would just go off, and then, even when I ended up leaving Music Academy junior year, which I actually really regret doing, because I wish I wouldn't have.
Really?
I do, I wish I would have stayed, but
I get why you did it too, because it did get more intense once it took up a lot more time.
also not only that, I
to
didn't
the
feel
higher
like it was
levels.
really going anywhere for me, as mean as that sounds, I didn't really feel like I saw anything for it, and, me
I
and
know
my,
what you mean.
yeah.
I feel that way. I definitely felt that way about choir. I do actually kind of miss singing in choir now, and then I'm not in choir
Yeah, me
at
too.
times. But I'm
I miss being a part of that group, because I actually,
just
I
having
feel
the fun and the dailiness.
Yeah.
But then it was so much work.
it was very
for
stressful.
Something that felt like it was kind of choir always was just a means to sing. Actually, when I was younger, I did choir because I wanted to do solos.
Oh, I was in choir too when I was younger. I used to love being in choir. I love this
Okay.
video is not anything about what. See, that's the thing.
It's kind of about high school in general. I mean, of course, this is always what's going to happen, but that's just tea.
With us, see, that's the thing. We'll start talking about something, we'll find some kind of joke in between, and then we'll be like, oh my god, so what?
So, where were we? But with choir, once I got to the point where I was performing regularly on my own,
Yeah.
I didn't really need choir so much as a venue to perform in the same way, so it felt kind of oh, why am I doing this? At times. But now I do also see a lot the value.
Yeah.
And my voice was so able to develop because of choir, and it was something I wasn't able to see until now. But I truly had no way to see it because I've been singing in choir essentially
Yeah.
in school since the 3rd grade. So I haven't not been in choir or a part of a choir for
Yeah.
a long time. I've spent a lot of my life doing that. So choir, it's really fun. Choir kids are great. They're a real hoot and holler. And oh my god, I got heartburn just now.
Mood. But I do think we should talk about dealing with people, because I feel like as you get older, you will find some people in this world.
Real tea. People, once you can learn to accept people as they are and not try to change them, girl, if someone's shitty and they're not giving you what you want, there's nothing you can do.
You can't change them, and they
It really
can't
sucks
change you on
sometimes
that.
to
Yeah.
think that, but to me, I found it's kind of liberating because it's oh, well, if there's nothing I can do, then why am I worrying so much?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And as I've gotten older, I've learned too that I'm still pretty young. I feel like an old hag in a lot of ways.
No, I definitely feel like I'm kind of an old soul.
I mean, you are essentially a grandma.
Yeah.
It's just easier when you can be if this person is gonna be this way, then it's are they making my life better?
Yeah.
And that's it's very trendy to oh, I'm cutting out toxic relationships, I'm detoxing my life. Oh, and I'm
That's
not talking
good.
about circumcision.
Yeah. I do want to say, you know, I've met a lot of people. Like, I mean, really, and I think you can vouch for me. I've met a lot of interesting people in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we all have, but like, I've met like some people who like I'm kind of like.
Oh my god, I feel like you have a Rolodex of characters. I like to think I do too, but you really, or you just have a really good way of describing people.
I just want to say, it's actually kind of crazy because I've met people who are just like, it kind of ties into the sociopath type of thing. Like, I'll meet people.
I actually think that like highly empathetic people attract
sociopaths.
Yeah,
because they're also
not necessarily even sociopaths, but like maybe more narcissistic personalities.
Yeah,
because they're like, oh, someone like that will feed me, because they'll be like giving me validation and like that sort of thing. They maybe with no intention of giving it back.
Wait, which ones? Like, who would feed who?
An empathetic person would feed a narcissist.
Yes, that makes because I feel like also like someone who's kind of a narcissist they manipulate people who aren't. So I feel like that's kind of, you know, it kind of ties into.
Who doesn't like really need as much validation as like a super empath.
I actually think that the narcissists are the people
They're not
that
thinking
just
about it as much.
They might be, for me personally, I feel like they're the most insecure people. Because like us.
Yeah, I would agree about that.
Yeah, like, well, I don't know, like I've had a lot of like even like family where they're always like so dependent on like one person and they're like, I need you to be right there right now, like all the time. And it's like, I'm sorry, like I can't fulfill your every need.
Yeah,
I can barely fulfill my own.
Yes, exactly.
It's hard to fulfill someone else's. I mean,
girl, like what am I going to be doing for you if I already can't be doing for myself? Like,
exactly.
Hello?
No, it's really hard, and then it actually makes me kind of sad because then when someone kind of calls me out on it and then they're like, you weren't there for me at this time, I feel really bad because I'm like.
Yeah, you really value that sort of thing.
Yeah, I'm like, I really wanted to be there, but like maybe at the time you needed me to be there.
Kind of
I couldn't.
reasonable.
Yeah, like I couldn't be there for myself, and it was hard for me to be there for you. Or like maybe your timing was off from mine, and I couldn't make it, and I'm really sorry about that.
Because you know why? I'm a different person. We don't live together. Well, even if you did live together, that's still,
it still would be hard,
expectation, like you both live different lives.
Or even like I think parents.
It's unhealthy.
Yeah, like parents get the idea that they're like, oh, I always want to be there for my kid, but sometimes even they can't fulfill their needs, and that's why.
Of course not. They are human.
I try not to blame. Yeah, because that's the thing. I try not to blame it on them because I'm kind of like, well, you're human, and it's harder because like maybe
your kids get older.
Yeah, kids get older. We tend to have a little more issues and a little
life
more.
becomes more complex.
It does, and that's the thing. Like, and then here's also the communication thing again. Like, if you're having an issue with someone, just genuinely like talk to them about it. Like, instead of going, I'm totally for like doing your own thing and going about it your own way if it makes you feel better. But if your way makes other people feel bad, then you should probably double check your way. Because I'm just
always be maybe not. You don't need to like constantly be self-critical and like reflective, but. Take some time to reflect.
Take some time to reflect and see, like, because if you're going to be doing something because it makes you feel better, I think that sometimes we know that and we're a little aware of when things that would make us feel better will hurt someone else. We definitely are aware of when that happens.
I'm always nervous about that, so maybe.
Yeah, I always make that a second thought.
I wonder if I'm hyper aware and I'm giving other people more credit.
Yeah.
But I'd like to think that that's the case.
I think it's fine every once in a while to do something that maybe might not benefit someone else, but it might benefit you, especially if it's genuinely beneficial. Like, let's say like you have like a really great opportunity in front of you to like do something so great with your life, and someone else isn't like exactly happy about it. Like at that time, I'd be like, if it's gonna benefit you in the best way, definitely do it, and eventually that person will understand if they are a nice person. But if it comes to
totally.
But if it comes to like little things to like. That you'd be like, this will benefit me emotionally, but this will really cause serious damage.
Yeah, what's going to long term
else.
really like make my life the best?
Yeah,
long
exactly.
Term. Totally.
And if anything, even if it upsets them, it says more about you than it does about them, because that person is going to let it bother them for a little bit, and then eventually it's just going to be another scratch, and it won't be that much.
You'd hope.
Yeah,
Sometimes people are weird, but.
You'd hope, but I also,
most people are like that.
Yeah, like I've had a lot of like, out of all the things that have happened, like things that people have like personally done to me, they've hurt me like a lot at the time, like right now, and like like that stuff hurts me now. But then like because we were just talking about some kind of issue, which I'm not going to talk about here, but
girl, it's too much tea. Mark Twain wrote I think a couple books.
Mark Twain? Did you get that like Tammy when she was like. Mark Twain, National Forest. And then Susan Sarandon goes, we're in Missouri, we took the wrong turn, and you do know who Mark Twain is, right? She goes, yeah, it's a good guy. Good guy.
Oh
She had
God, I love
no
that song.
fucking clue.
What I was saying though about Mark Twain, he wrote a book about essentially drama and tea,
Yeah.
and like people that he knew like at the time. He's like, wait 100 years, or wait until everyone who mentioned this book has died. I think he just said 100 years, because it was like at that point, like who gives a shit?
Yeah.
In his words, of course.
Mhm.
Samuel Clemens, Mark Twain actually said. So yeah, no, I get that. It's
No,
we
yeah.
won't go into the tea right now. Maybe 100 years.
Yeah, like in 100 years we'll film this video again and we meet up again and we'll
We'll
spill
be
all
some
the
old
tea.
Academy ladies.
We'll even say names.
Oh, I remember what I was gonna say. Remember when we were at Buffalo Exchange and then that we were talking about, I don't know, something, and then that woman
And that
was
woman,
like,
that's
literally,
right.
this woman
That
was
moment
like,
stuck with me forever. I
I
love
knew,
that.
I was like, lady, if you give us, let's say it. We just both simultaneously remembered. She goes, you two should have a podcast.
If you guys had like a talk show, I would definitely watch it. But that's we were literally we were just walking around the store and she was picking out certain outfits and I was like, you know, you just kind of look like a giant woman, like a giant baby in that.
Oh my god, I love it.
But it wasn't like in a way of like malicious. It was just like us like kind of being each other. And she was.
Totally.
But I noticed, you know, what was funny though. I noticed she was actually kind of following us around the store because everywhere I would turn, she was like 2 feet away.
Oh,
And I didn't actually feel uncomfortable because she didn't give me that like scary
I didn't either.
creepy.
Yeah, I'm just okay with like being stalked.
Well, no, she just didn't give me that like creepy. Like you know when someone's following you to be kind of creepy. She wasn't
Yeah.
giving me that vibe. She was just giving me like
No,
the
totally.
kind of like.
I was just like, what a lady. And she compliment. Well, if you compliment me, oh girl.
Oh girl, that's it. Like you can have it all. But like no, she really just she didn't. I didn't get that like creepy vibe from her. She just kind of was like, and she waited for the right moment, right when we both stopped talking. We were both just there. She was like. And I saw her kind of think about it because she was like, am I nervous to say it? Like, what if they're not as funny when I talk to them?
Oh
And then she goes, I just want to say, if you guys had like a podcast, I would definitely watch it. And then she said, like, I just want to say
That
that.
was so nice to like that.
No, I know. And
As soon as she said it, I was like, you know, lady, you don't understand. You know, we'll take that to heart.
No, I was just like, you better bend me over, butter my biscuit, and
That's like-
call me Betty Crocker.
Why
I
are
was just
you
watching
Call me
this.
Betty Crocker. Oh my god, girl.
It'd be
really
cool
did
if
take
you were
your
watching
advice.
this. If it is literally follow us, I will follow you back. Thanks
Yeah.
for watching. You can follow us both personally. You can follow me personally. I really don't care. I mean, I would love it, but like, you don't have to. If you want to follow
feel
the account more.
inspired